Hi, my name is Benjamin Katz and welcome back to the 48 Set Ice Cream Review. Today I'm in Cold Spring, New York at the self-proclaimed best ice cream in the world, Moo Moo Creamery. I got the two flavors Dulce de Leche and Rich Chocolate. Dulce de Leche is on top, so I'm going to start with it. So, I don't want to bury the lead. This is not the best ice cream in the world. It's a very good ice cream, don't get me wrong. This Dulce de Leche flavor is spot on. I'm tasting the rich caramel notes. There is a certain depth of flavor. Even though this is a single noted ice cream, the one note that's being played, it seems like it has some harmonics to it. It's not just I'm eating dulce de leche. I'm getting some more of those complex notes that come with caramel. Because usually with caramel, it's very much a, I've caramelized this dairy and now here's what we get. But with dulce de leche, it's usually a much slower caramelization process using the sweetened condensed milk and the sheer amount of sugar and the time that's being caramelized with lends itself to getting these stronger caramel flavors. And when you take your time to savor this dulce de leche ice cream, you are tasting more caramel than would be typical out of a standard caramel flavor. So for that, it is quite good. The texture, though, is a bit icy. I was expecting a much more even grain, because for the bites that are perfect, they are perfect. But every now and then I am getting a decently sizable ice chunk. Not enough to crunch my teeth on, but just enough to sort of understand that this isn't a completely smooth ice cream experience. Okay, let's get on to the rich chocolate, because when I went into the store and I asked what made the rich chocolate different from regular chocolate, one of the store tenders said that this was the best chocolate they've ever had. So I'm gonna see if that claim holds up. Wow, they added a lot of cocoa powder to this. It's thick, almost like peanut butter. It's sort of sticking on the roof of the mouth as I'm chewing, making it feel colder than it actually is. But I'll give it to them. This is insanely decadent amounts of chocolate. It's actually almost hard to eat just how much cocoa powder there is. It is rich. It is a punch of chocolate straight to the mouth. I don't hate it. In fact, I actually quite love it, because you're actually starting to get some of the more bitter notes of cocoa powder in this chocolate. A lot of chocolates that I've had, they'll try to be too sweet. They'll try to be like a Hershey's milk chocolate, which in my opinion strays a bit further from the traditional cacao dark chocolate that I prefer. And a lot of chocolate ice creams will lose that complexity and that depth that chocolate has to offer. But this chocolate ice cream, they have packed it full of so much chocolate that you are actually coming back around to getting these very slightly bitter but complex notes that surround what I believe a chocolate should taste like. And now let's see what the chocolate and dulce de leche have when offered in combination. I'm actually going to bias this a little bit more towards the dulce de leche because I think it's a bit of a weaker flavor. Wow. These are two very baseline, but very powerful and complicated flavors. And when mixing them together, you're getting this slight bitter tang of the cacao with the caramelized decadence of the dulce de leche, combining to be this sweet, but not too sweet, simple but not one-noted harmony, where both flavors will have a melodic depth to it. It's like I've always said, chocolate and caramel need to go together at all times. I would actually like to propose that we add chocolate and caramel to our stable combinations: peanut butter and jelly, marshmallows on a campfire, chocolate and caramel. These are the echelons I'm talking about. These are the high status ultimate combinations that need to be reflected upon and added to our cultural lexicon. Truly, truly, one cannot compare to chocolate and caramel put together. And if you add peanut butter to the mix, I'm gone. I'm just deceased. If they put a peanut butter swirl on this, I might die from happiness. Okay. I think I'm ready for my closing thoughts. Is this the best ice cream in the world? No, not by a long shot. Is this the best ice cream eating experience I've had to date? It's in the top 10. I am overlooking a harbor in a little public town square on the water. There are these old trees and willows around me. This little place on the Hudson River has such a quiet and comfortable feeling overlooking these mountains. It's peaceful, it's quiet, it's cozy. It's the perfect place to appreciate a scoop of ice cream. There are benches all over the place. I honestly cannot think of a better place to consume a bowl of ice cream. And while this ice cream doesn't have the most consistent texture, it is still a good texture. Like it is still a solid quality scoop of ice cream. It's homemade. It's certainly made with love. And the flavors are just insane. It is a rarity to get one flavor, no mix-ins, that has this level of complexity to it. And with flavors like Dulce de Leche and chocolate, which as a society we sort of understand them as very simple flavors, getting this extra depth is refreshing. It is delicious. And if you really stop to taste and savor each bite, every bite offers something new. I don't think it can be overstated just how much better flavors can get when you try to incorporate the entirety of the origins. French vanilla, for example. The classic vanilla is a staple upon every ice cream shop in the United States. But oftentimes it's very simple. It's very one-noted. They're using vanillin. They're using the artificial vanilla extract. They're not attempting to get the full depth of flavor that French vanilla has to offer. It's a subtle, light, floral flavor that's often lost in most ice cream scoops. But when you make a perfect French vanilla, you get everything about the vanilla. And when they made this chocolate and this dulce de leche, it truly felt as though they were trying to get the full essence of the chocolate and of the dulce de leche, not just the one note that we're used to consuming in ice creams. So is this the world's best ice cream? No. But if you're in New York City and you're looking for a bit of a drive, come here. Period. It's delicious. If you like this video and want to see more like it, consider subscribing or go to findfiltermarketing.com for more on the journey. Thank you.